Good morning, Aspen. It is a beautiful sunny Monday. It's going to be 70 plus degrees outside, and I'm coming in with a first big idea as part of a new series I am putting together to get community conversation going, which is the intention. These are not well-tested, vetted solutions by design. So the first idea, close down the streets and give them back to community, the same community that owns them. Why and what does that look like? Well, we're going to have less cars and less people in town this summer. That's a given. It's unfortunate. We have a responsibility in this crisis to distance, but we also have a responsibility to give people an opportunity to earn a livelihood, to connect with community, etc. And in a confined space, that's very difficult. So if we're going to tell restaurants, for instance, that they can only operate at 50%, well, that ain't going to get it done, right? So imagine a scenario where we take publicly owned right-of-way, the streets, and open them up to more al fresco dining. Let the meal spill out into the streets so that they can serve more people. You can have a great dining experience, but we can do it safely from a COVID perspective. Imagine expanding the Saturday market so that all of the people who are out of work have an opportunity to try something different. Imagine giving people an opportunity to test with a very low barrier to entry local business, that thing we've been talking about. So in a year or two, we have more, not less, of local sustainable business. The streets are a place to get that done. Food carts, food trucks, farm stalls. We want to support our ag community. Right now they're talking about planting less food this year. We want them to plant more. So all of these things can be accomplished in the streets. It could be a place for nonprofits to do community programming at a distance. So this is an opportunity to think differently, which is what we need to do right now, because the old way of doing things isn't going to get it done. We are all in this boat together. None of us have the perfect answers. None of us have complete information. And so the future is going to be one not where City Hall tells you what to do, but where you help co-create with us ideas and take them from ideas to action. And so that is to say that this is not, by design, a well-vetted, thought-out solution that I'm putting forward. I am not telling you anything. What I am suggesting is this is being done all across Europe and the world successfully. It could be done here. Now, it's an imperfect solution. For every person who says, man, wouldn't a food truck be great? I can get a $5 something. Someone else is going to say, yeah, and I have a restaurant that I've been paying $35,000 a month for 30 years. And that feels really unfair. For every person who says, yeah, more farmers market, I love the farmers market, that sounds great. Somebody else is going to say, well, there's also a lot of elderly people here who can't walk a long distance, and they need a park next to where they're going. So I recognize that this is imperfect. It's intended as a starting point for a conversation. And so I'm asking that you engage in a yes and way. What does that mean? It means that what is not welcome here is personal attacks or critiques without merit. So cutting people down, calling ideas stupid, that's not what we're looking for. What we're looking for is constructive feedback. So tell us what you love, but if you don't love something, say, hey, here's what I don't think makes sense, and here is a solution for how to deal with it. I come from a Jewish tradition, so argumentation is not intended as a battle for supremacy. It is a tool for collective sense-making and truth-finding so that we can come to an optimum solution together. So please treat it as such and recognize we all want what's best for this little town. And there are no perfect solutions, and that needs to be okay. And last thing I would leave you with is, if everyone loves this idea, or we settle on some version that everybody loves, that ain't going to get us there. It's going to take action together. It's going to take citizens writing into elected officials. It's going to take people sitting down to workshop things, and it's not going to happen overnight. If we expect change to happen to us, it will. But if we expect change to happen in some modicum of a way we want, then we need to be involved in that. We have a choice, Aspen. We can either be the victims of history, or we can be a community that helps write it. That's up to you. Happy Monday.